The gang is no more. Huge level controversies. And Raptor reveals more 2.2 stuff without actually releasing 2.2. That and more only on HusNews. Hey HusNews, welcome back to another brand new video, and we're finally back with another episode of HusNews. I know it's been taking like almost 2 months now. I've skipped like 2 episodes because the past 2 months have been crazy. GG Rewind, and I had like 2 strikes in total, and so let's just jump straight into the shoutout of this month, and this month's shoutout goes out to FX. FX is a commentary channel with barely over 200 subs, and he's making pretty decent content for his sub count, not gonna lie. He mostly reviews Jump Dash levels and basically talks about why they should be rated or not. I think he's a very underrated content creator, and I definitely think he should be getting more attention. So if you guys could go to his channel by clicking the link in the description or the link in the outro and get him to 1,000 subs. I know we're shooting high, but I definitely think he deserves 1,000 subs. Go out there and subscribe to FX. The first topic of today is Vibrant revealing the Jump Dash World Gauntlet contest. So if you want to participate in the Jump Dash World Gauntlet contest, you have to find 5 creators from your country. So I, for example, have to find 5 creators from the Netherlands at least. It has to be a mega collab from the difficulty from either easy 2 stars up to an easy demon, and the level cannot have more than 110,000 objects. I think that's a pretty cool idea. Jump Dash World Gauntlet contest is pretty cool, so you can see like what the best level from each country has to offer. But the problem which I have with this is that only 5 countries can win, and obviously I understand that like if every country had one level in the game, that would be like 100 gauntlets probably each, because there's so many countries in the world. I wanted to participate in this by hosting a Dutch level, but the problem is I'm struggling to find Dutch creators basically. Nubba already said he had no interest. I found 2 other creators, and that's kind of it. So if you're Dutch and you're a creator in Jump Dash, please contact me so maybe we can get a Dutch mega collab out there. That would be pretty cool. I'm really interested to see what kind of levels we're gonna get out of this contest. So the first level news I have for you guys is Project Scarlet. My mega collab is finally finished, but I'm not previewing it today. I'm previewing it in a few days on my channel. So if you want to see the final preview with Nubba Boy's part and my finished part and so many more revamped part, make sure you subscribe with notifications on and like this video so you won't miss the next video. The next topic is technical verifying Cybernetic Crescent, and oh boy, what a controversial verification this was. A lot of people have been all around the place with what they think about this level. Some people really love it and they think it's a great addition to the Artificial Trilogy, and other people are just super disappointed. I think it's a good level on its own, but I feel like for a Viper level, it doesn't really live up to the standards in my opinion. I feel like feels like the quality control didn't really exist with this level. But a level in this trilogy, I just expected a bit more. A lot of parts feel out of place. The song is an odd choice. I understand that they wanted to go for something different. It doesn't feel like there's a theme being followed here, just as strong as the previous 2. I know that the previous 2 entries didn't follow the theme always perfectly as well, but at least it was a bit more representative in the previous 2 levels. And with this level, if you showed me this level without the name, I would never have thought that this was a sequel to Digital Descent, and I feel like that's where the main problem lies in this. But is the level bad? I mean, I can't really talk from a gameplay perspective, but decoration-wise, it's a good-looking level. It's not a bad level. Next topic is another controversial preview, which was the second preview from POW by Avina and Trusta. So a while back, Avina made a layout for a WoW sequel, and Trusta ended up actually liking the layout, and he ended up making the sequel, as you guys know from the One Question Go with Trusta. In my opinion, the level is turning out pretty well. Ever since the second preview came out, a couple people came out and said that they didn't like the level. Like Nepesta and Flash, for example, came out with tweets and tweetlongers. I don't really understand why people are being so hard on Avina. This is Avina's first mega collab, his first host, his first actual level which is being decorated. And I think Avina is doing a phenomenal job. What most people don't seem to understand is that POW is a sequel. Flash, for example, says that the level is not that unique and it's like another design glow level which he has seen a million times already, and I can agree with that, but you gotta give Avina some slack here. This level has to follow some guidelines. It has to be a sequel to a level. You can't just make it a modernistic level or an art level all of a sudden, because then it wouldn't feel like a sequel to WoW. Besides that, even with the style it's going for, I feel like it's being pretty unique and doing this style really well. The thing is about originality, almost everything has been done in Jump Dash already. To create a very original level nowadays is pretty hard. WoW itself wasn't a unique level either. We had spam levels before, we had glow design levels before, so it wasn't that unique. And I would even argue that POW does the style even better than WoW did. I mean, obviously that's like a preference thing, but I personally think POW looks better than WoW so far. It's so hard to talk about POW and WoW, the names look so similar. The thing I didn't like about the situation is how Flash went in very hard on on Avina. Like, Flash is a genre's moderator, right? And I feel like moderators should help, like, push boundaries of the game and motivate people into making better levels, right? Yes, criticizing a level is one way of doing that, but I think he just went in a bit hard in on. He even called the level worthless and forgettable, which is not fair at all. Like, I repeat, it's Avina's first level. Give this guy some slack, give him some motivation to work better, give him some good feedback so he can work on this. This just feels like he's being bashed for nothing. And I don't like that. Anyways, Avina, I just want to tell you that you're doing a phenomenal job, dude. I don't think I've ever seen somebody host their first level and it looking as good as this level does. So, bro, keep going. You got this. This level's phenomenal. And you're doing an amazing job, dude. I'm really proud of you. To stay on Trust's topic, Trust has also released 2 more Galaxy Collapse previews. It looks like the level's coming along pretty well, but we still have not seen a full level preview yet, or like any of the parts being put together. So I'm genuinely curious on how the level is gonna look like when the parts are combined. Goop has showcased Oblivion, which is a Cognition sequel. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys are familiar with Cognition. So many Jump Dash Pro players have beaten the level. Like, how can you not know about Cognition at this point? The level seems to be kind of being wrapped around after months of work put into it. Benji's apparently the verifier until Swyborg completes a Nemesis. With all the deco, the level only has 80k objects. Well, like, how? With the hundreds of thousands of objects many levels nowadays put into a level, this is pretty impressive. For only 80k attempts, this level looks... For only 80k objects, this level looks phenomenal actually, and I'm really proud of the way Goop's going with this, so I can't wait for this level to be verified and come out, so good job Goop on this, man. Boy, we have another controversial level preview, and this one is from Jakerz with Woodkid. I mean, Woodkid has always been a controversial level, mainly because Jakerz is just not good at crediting artists. That showed again because Woodkid themselves responded on Twitter, not being happy that they are not being credited well enough for the song being used in their level. Like, that's insane. What I also think is pretty cool is that Woodkid actually liked the level. Like, I mean, Woodkid the artist, not Woodkid the level. Woodkid the artist liked Woodkid the level, okay? Man, so many confusing names nowadays, man. And there was also some drama on Twitter again that once again Jakerz did not credit the art he used in his level and that most of the art was traced again. This actually led Boldstep to drop the level. Boldstep stated that he was not happy that the level was not being balanced or optimized well enough and that he just decided to drop the level because Jakerz did not follow his promises through. The level has been picked up by Alex now. He's going to be verifying Woodkid. Jakerz has now credited most of the art he used in the level. I think that's a good step into the right direction, but that still doesn't take away that the level is still poorly optimized and probably not going to be fun to play, but we'll have to see about that, what Alex is going to be doing with the balancing and all that stuff. After quitting Jump Dash, Platnu has returned to Jump Dash. He confirmed this on my live stream when he was there in my chat. And he has also released a new preview for Omega Interface, which is going to be a top 5 demon. He hasn't said much about the level, but the preview speaks for itself. It looks pretty cool. I think it's a top 5 worthy level, decoration-wise at least, and we'll just have to see when the level comes out. Anubis has revealed the final preview for Knight Rider. After like 3 years of work, Knight Rider has finally gotten his final preview. It's nuts. This level looks absolutely phenomenal. I remember seeing the first preview and I was like, oh, this is such a bad level, what's going on? And then the second preview got my hopes up so well because the second preview was amazing and the final preview is just phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal work. I love the level so much. There has also been some controversy about Knight Rider itself. Apparently the name Knight Rider comes from a racist American bike rider band. If that's true, that's not good, actually. You see, I'm gonna give Anubis the benefit of the doubt. I don't think Anubis went for that name. I personally thought it was Knight Rider, like from that one TV show in the 80s with the guy with that super cool car. I don't know, many of you guys probably don't know, but when I was a kid, my dad used to make me watch this show because he really loved it as a kid as well. And the show was pretty cool. I thought that was what the name was based on about. I don't know if the name should be changed. But I feel like this is a discussion up to you guys. I personally don't really have a problem with it. Just because it has the same name as something else doesn't mean it's related to each other. But I can definitely see why some people would be upset about this. Dorami has released a final Younger preview. I mean, he says a final, but then he says in the description, full level preview soon. So, I got clickbaited. No, but like seriously though, the Yandere, I really love this level. This level, the Yandere takes what the Yandere made great and makes it even better in the Yandere. Like, it's a really great improvement about the first level, and you don't really see that quite often. It's rare that a sequel is better than the prequel. One issue I have with the Yandere is though that the anime art in the levels kind of throws me off. It just doesn't work well. Like, I'm not saying the art is bad, but the way the art is implemented in the level doesn't really look good. But yeah, there are still some parts which have to be decorated, and I just cannot wait for the final result. Zimnor has revealed another apocalyptic trilogy revamp. What is the counter at right now? Like the 10th revamp or something? It's a good thing that he's trying to make the level as good as possible, so I gotta give Zimnar some credit for that, and AP team as well. Apocalyptic Trilogy was pretty outdated because the level took so long to get finished, and I think it's a good idea that the level's being revamped actually. Its Hybrid has revealed a Molten Mercury sequel preview. After Tempered Steel and Molten Gear, this is going to be the... After Tempered Steel and Molten Mercury, this is going to be the final level in the Steel series. As you guys know, I've always been a fan of the Steel series, and it's really cool that from Tempered Steel to this level now, the level goes from yellow to orange to red to showcase that the level's actually getting harder, and I think that's really nice. That's really cool. Bo previews Avernus, the golden antagonist. I'm not sure what the antagonist is supposed to mean, like the golden and the Avernus are gonna like fight together or something like that. And like, prequel makes sense, sequel makes sense, but the antagonist? I don't know, but nonetheless, the level looks really cool. So far, Electra and Kairos have decorated their parts respectively, and these parts look amazing. I feel like this level is gonna look even better than the Golden did, so I cannot wait for this full level. I don't really know what's gonna happen with this level, because a month ago, Bo actually made a huge community post about how his Jakerz career went and why he's quitting the game for good now. Is Bo even involved in this? I have no idea, actually, but I guess time will tell. Spamdrew verified Sari Never Clear by Kugelblitz, and this level is now placed number 10 on the point to create demon list. Varium is already its first victor, and RG is its second victor, so for a top 10 which just came out, 2 victors already? Damn. What's really cool about this level is a remake of an old 1.6 impossible level made by Optic Sunflow as a challenge for a player called Sari who was a hacker at the time, and it's pretty cool. GD Skill has released its final preview for Unite. It is a 1.9 megacollab with huge influential names from the 1.9 era. Creators like Jazer, Ninetales, Toxic, Smokes, Jerome, and so many more are part of this level. And what I really love about this level is that this level has only started like 3 months ago and is almost already done. Like, I know that 1.9 levels are a bit easier and faster to create, but that's still pretty impressive. As someone who has been playing Jakerz for over 6 years now, it makes me happy when I see an old style level come to life again. So I'm really happy about this mega collab, and I cannot wait for this level to come out basically. Project Reunion has been verified by Riot. I know a lot of you guys already probably know about this, but what's sad about this is that this is probably Riot's last project in Jakerz. Sonic Wave was going to be his last one, and he did Project Reunion, and he was also supposed to verify a level from end level, but it turns out he's not going to be doing that anymore. And even on his Twitch, he removed any trace of Jakerz and is only streaming Black Ops 2 now. So I think it's safe to say that Riot has once again quit Jakerz. Will it be his final retirement? I don't think so. In the past, Riot has returned like so many times. I feel like Riot just plays the game whenever he feels like, then that's fine. Let's move on to some other news. Jakerz 2.1 is now 4 years old. On January 16, a few years ago, Jakerz 2.1 became 4 years old. We have been sitting on the same update, guys, for 4 years. I just don't want to say anything. Okay, but the good news is that RobTop has showed us more stuff about 2.2, I guess. New icons, new colors, death effects, and other effects. Cool. And also the icon contest winners, or at least most of them. Some of them are pretty cool, but as I said, I'm not really too excited about icons. I'm probably not going to use any of them. Some very sad news is that Osiris GD, a veteran creator in the game, has decided to quit the game. Osiris has entertained many with his levels over the years, and it's just sad to see him go, but I really wish you good luck with whatever you're going to do in your life now. Cooper Super has beaten Artificial Ascent, which is apparently the #1 mobile demon. How do you beat Artificial Ascent on your phone? This makes no sense. What? But yo, huge GG to you, man. Like, mobile players always impress me. Kurumi has been making some fast work of Firework after Dolphy dropped the level, and in basically like a month or so, he got 68% already on a buffed version of Firework, and he made a run from 64 to 100. Kurumi is really popping off, and I feel like in a month or two, this level is probably gonna come out, probably even a shorter amount of time than this. And what's crazy is that Kurumi also keeps buffing the level, like as if this level is not hard enough already. It's supposed to be a top 1 when it comes out, but we'll have to see about that. But talking about another top 1 is Xanii has verified Sonic Wave Infinity, the old version from Riot. Oh man, Xanii knew what he was doing when he uploaded it. Xanii knew what he was doing. Anyways, after Rory dropped Sonic Wave Infinity, Xanii made some quick work of it with some quick progress, up to like 44% I believe, and some great runs. But his progress came to a halt because AP team decided to redecorate and even change some gameplay of the level. So another AP team revamp. Like, how often are you gonna guys revamp your levels? What's going on? But anyways, when the level is done and you can verify it again, good luck. Braden Bull beats Blind Blizzard, which is a invisible version of Black Blizzard. What is wrong with some of you guys? Honestly, why would you do this to yourself? Like, what? He said that he did this to practice his muscle memory. He spent like almost 200k attempts on this, and I just think this is plain insanity, man. Like, how? Why? Who asked? Anyways, to some more insanity, after 9 months, we have finally gotten our 7th victor of Tartarus. Timo has beaten Tartarus. After technical beat it 9 months ago, Timo is now the 7th victor. Tartarus has been out for over a year now, and we still don't have 10 victors of the level, which is nuts. It just shows how crazy, insanely difficult this level really is. The final topic of today is the gang split up. As you guys know, the gang consists of Technical, Nepesta, Gizbro, and Golden, not the level. I'm sorry. Most of the gang fans probably had already realized this because they were not really calling with each other anymore. They were not being active together and all that stuff. So it doesn't come to a surprise as many of the fans, I guess. But it was a huge deal nonetheless. I'm not gonna give my opinion about this because I feel like this is a private matter. I personally think it should have stayed private as well. But obviously with how much they put the gang out as like almost a brand. They had a Discord server. I don't think they had a YouTube channel, but it almost felt like they had one. With how much they were out there together, it makes sense that they made it public like this. Obviously, it's sad to see a friend group break up like this, but there's not much to say. But yeah, I hope they will still stay friends, I guess. With that being said, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to smash a like and subscribe, and I hope to see you guys in the next episode.
I often sit and wish that I could just change my past. To think about you, Dad, there's so much shit that I could ask. Like, why am I still haunted by the day that you left? I wake up in the middle of the night with cold sweats. I can't believe this happened, can't believe you're gone.